Joe McCall, like, is he actually messaging me? And he had a question about a lead gen package. Well, he ended up picking up a $500 text messaging package, and then a month later, he's like, "Hey, man, why don't we have you on the pod?"
Hello, welcome to the Nytfire Podcast. Today we have returning guest with two names, Nicholas Nick. If you haven't seen the other episode, please go check it out. We talk about weaponizing. What is it? We talked about weaponizing of compliance. There you go, with Nicholas Nick. Please go check out the other episode. But today is Deal Breakdown, where we cover cool, interesting stories. And Nick has a cool, interesting story for us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, yeah, I'm sure I got a couple, but I'll pull one out for you. So I'll mention this one about Joe McCall. A lot of people know who Joe McCall is. He's been around forever, houses and land. Well, I'll never forget one night. It's like 10 o'clock at night, and I get a message from Joe McCall in my business. And I was like, holy shit, is this the Joe McCall? Like, is he actually messaging me? And he had a question about a lead gen package. Well, he ended up picking up a $500 text messaging package. And then a month later, he's like, "Hey, man, why don't we have you on the podcast? The service went great, man. This is awesome." And then I get on the podcast with him, and he says, I didn't even know this. He was live on the podcast. He goes, "Dude, did I tell you I closed 3 deals from using your service?" I said, "What?" Like, I had no idea. Then he did a live breakdown. I actually have this recorded on my YouTube channel. We did a live breakdown. Oh, yeah, I got 75 leads, and I got 10 appointments, and then I got 3 closed deals, and this was a really tough market, and blah, blah, blah. And it went bananas, right? The podcast went viral, and then it actually started my journey into more land investing as a lead generator. So after that, Joe was so big into land that it ended up just blowing up, and that was about 2.5 years ago. And to this day, we used to be like 100% houses. And now with our lead gen, we're about 50% houses and 50% land. So it all sparked from that podcast, and then him closing 3 deals with us. So it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You never know what's going to happen on these type of transactions. One thing I think that's really cool is that you have so many clients that you don't really know every opportunity that close, and right now you're just on the front end of it. So I think if you got more into the weeds with on the back end and follow up, like, hey, did you close any deals? Did you close any deals? And that's where you're really going to get a lot of like interesting, just random stories that people don't even think to mention to you, because you as a lead generator, it's just the deal maker. It's really hard to like, oh, I need to tell Nick about this deal I got from his lead. And it's not really top of mind.
No, you're 100% right. I can't tell you how many people close deals. I mean, I'm not the first call they make, right? Like when they close it, and then they're probably calling the bank and paying off credit cards and paying off their car loans and stuff. And with us, like you're so right. We're responsible for a ton of closed deals. And then it's not until later. Like I remember one time I met with this client, and I thought the results weren't great because I'm just looking at the numbers. He only had 5 leads, right? And I was like, oh man, I should have asked him first how it's going. But I was like, oh, only 5 leads, it's not very good. He's like, did I tell you we closed a deal already off of these 5 leads? And it's like, oh shit. So it's like, even sometimes when you're meeting with them, they still don't ask. But I'm going to steal that. Like I'm going to send out an email. Yeah, tell me your craziest story that you got from a lead mining lead is what I'll send out. Now I'll probably get a lot of traction from that. It's a great idea.
No, and that's how you get feedback. Like I said, that was just my 2 cents, and hopefully you get more referrals off of that and more testimonials. And testimonials are always a good thing in the lead generation business. It goes a long way. So it's just a cool opportunity to highlight your own clients and their own transactions.
No, yeah, I love that. I think that's a great idea. And you know what? And even reminding them to share it with me reminds them to share it with other people, right? So like when someone shares a great experience, even if it's with you, that becomes front of mind for them. So before you know it, when they're going to bump into somebody like, oh man, they're going to share that story probably. Oh yeah, that's a great marketing tactic. I'm jumping on that one.
Take it. You can run with it. Yeah. Where can people find you online? Definitely go check out his Lead Mining Pros.
Yeah, leadminingpros.com. I got a cell phone number on the website. It's actually my cell. My phone will ring. If you called it right now, it would ring. It's on D&D at the moment, so we don't get interrupted. But I also have a link to book a one-on-one call with me too. So if you're not available right when you're on the site, you can book a call, and then you'll find me.
There you go. For everybody here, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Go share with a friend. Have a good day, guys. Bye.